Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. I have not been able to put this game down. I really haven't. I've barely been playing anything else. If it's not been something for the channel, this is the only thing that has been open in the last week, pretty much. So I've got to remember where I was because I've been doing loads in this, and oh man has it been fun. Right, I need to set a new hub upgrade. Ooh, we're going to be getting the automated miner. Fantastic. Not the little portable ones. These are the big, hefty ones that we can stick conveyor belts on. Good. Storage containers and a little bit more inventory space. So we're going to set that milestone. So yeah, I've been playing this a hell of a lot and getting really used to just the way it operates, the way it controls, all the usual sort of good stuff. What do we got there? We got some plates. I need plenty of plates. We got plenty of wire. Wow. Okay, I need more iron. I need more plates for this. So, do I have any iron ore? No, that's copper. Do you need copper? You could do with some copper. Give you some copper. Let's go. Where did I put my miners? My iron miners. Got limestone over there. Were my iron miners over this way? I have a feeling they were. Yes, hello. Hello, fellas, how we doing? We all good today? I certainly hope so. Yeah, I'm going to want to start automating a lot of this process. When we get the next hub upgrade done, we get another biomass burner on the back of the hub, which means that we'll be able to support a lot more in the way of machinery, which obviously is going to be fantastic. I'm still going to be manually crafting quite a lot of stuff, mostly concrete, just while I'm getting things set up. We've definitely got enough concrete to sort out this milestone, so we'll do that. We'll dump the concrete in. Those were iron plates, didn't mean to click on that, but you can have them anyway. Right. So, yes, you need iron. That's right. I'm hoping we're not buggering up the power. No, power supply's fine at the moment, but we do have to remember we've only got 20 megawatts to work with. So we don't want to cock anything up. I'm going to take the rest of this iron, these iron ingots. I'm going to manually craft the iron rods that I need because I don't want to go about risking an overload on the power system. I'll just craft up the rest of this for personal use. Very nice. Okay, do I have... I've got wire on me, so I can make the rest of the cable that I need as well. I only need 6. There we go. Good. So that's got all of that sorted. We just need the rest of the iron plates, which is going to take a little while. I've got another stack of copper ingots in here. Okay. Well, I need something to do while I'm waiting for plates, so I'm just going to craft all this into wire. I don't see why not. Oh, have I been researching? Do I have the MAM yet? No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. I've got to remember what stuff I currently have access to. Right, power. Let's just fill that up on biomass. Okay, so things should be ticking along. We've got a load more wire there, which is nice. We're slowly getting the plates that we need. It's just taking time at the moment. I might actually get you to go making iron plates for me. But I do need some more ingots, so you need to get to working on that. Please don't tank my power. Oh no, we're just on the bottom end of that, so that's good. How much do you consume? You consume 4 megawatts, so realistically you could be in operation at the same time as all of this. But the copper smelter is kind of... Actually, you're not actually making any ingots, so... Trying to decide on what I need to do. I do need to go and get more biomass though, so let's run around, grab some leaves. Yeah, I have been thoroughly hooked on this. It has been so much fun to play this and just kind of get used to it. I've been kind of playing in a bit of a kind of Factorio mindset. I've not really been taking much advantage of the 3D space of, you know, especially working kind of in vertical, you know, working with verticality of actually building structures that let me build upwards. I've mostly been working on like kind of horizontal, you know, 2D planes of just building stuff at ground level. Although it's been fun, I've been enjoying it. It's been great to kind of, you know, get back into that kind of working out ratios mindset and just getting to play with this sort of game in a 3D environment. It's really damn good. So I'm hoping to try and take everything that I have learned so far and everything that I'll figure out as I continue to sink hours into this in my spare time, to try and turn this factory into something really good. Oh, I haven't got my thing equipped. I ain't got my thing equipped. There's my thing. Ow, you dick. Where have you gone? Well, you can't get me when you're down there, can you? Nah. Shit, where is he? Can't see him. Oh, okay. Yep, I got you zapped. Yeah. Bugger off. Bugger off. Get out of here. Get out. Oh, he's trying to roll down. There's some more limestone here, so I'm going to grab this and make some more concrete. And now we need more biomass. We need loads of this stuff. We'll certainly need loads of it for the time being. We will eventually be able to upgrade to better fuel sources that we'll be able to automate. For the time being, however, biomass is going to be our thing. Although we will be able to get ourselves a tool that will let us chop down these trees where we can get more in the way of wood as opposed to leaves. And we can really make tons of biomass that way, so... Might not be getting that tool for a little while, but sooner or later we will be able to get a hold of that. Ooh, hello. Yes, we need you as well, don't we? Green power slug. These guys are cool, because what we need to do with these is we need to... Ooh, okay, that didn't hurt. That's nice. Ooh, leaves, thanks. The green power slugs we can chuck into a little analysis machine that we get when we unlock the... when we finish this next milestone, when we finish milestone... Hub Upgrade 4. That's what we're currently working on. Ooh, have some nuts. When we finish Hub Upgrade 4, we get access to the microbe analysis machine, I think it's called. It's got an acronym MAM, so it's called the MAM. And that's what I was looking for in that little room. And we can use that for analysing certain things from this alien world. But once we've researched, or once we've analysed the green power slug, we can learn how to make power shards, which we can use to... They work in a similar fashion to like speed modules in Factorio. It's the best kind of analysis I can come up with. I'm bloody full up on inventory space. Let's make some concrete instead. And they work in the way that you can overclock your machines. You can increase the speed at which they operate, which obviously draws more power off the power network, but we can boost each machine up to about, I think it's... Is it maximum of 250% of its base speed? Which obviously is bloody awesome. Right, I've made as much biomass as I can. So I'll dump everything else in there. All that stuff can go away. Carapace can go in there as well. Sort all of this just to tidy things up, and I think we need to go and check all of the machines. So you need to make some more iron for me. You've probably made a load of ingots, which you have. And you can just make me some more plates. Okay, we need another 6 plates. That's not much. And you're still making wire, bloody hell. Suppose you'll be doing that for a while, won't you? Oh, you're on standby. You shouldn't have been on standby. Right, there's our 6 plates. Good, let's get the last of the hub upgrade 4 stuff sent off. Upgrade hub. Boop. There we go. Ah. New buildings, player upgraded. Excellent.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have unlocked hub feature, additional biomass generator. New buildings, which can be found in the build menu.
Yeah, there we go.
Objective. Hub upgrade, molecular analysis. Note: to ensure full mastery of skills and equipment, I have been asked to not interfere with this last objective. Good luck.
Understood, thank you. Right, I'm going to just disconnect that. We're going to connect things up to here. Oh, I'm missing cable. God damn. I'm going to be out of all of the things for ages, aren't I? Oh, I didn't want to connect you together, for crying out loud. Come on. Right, there we go. There. Nice. Okay. Fully load you up, and you can just have a full stack. So we've now got capacity for 40 megawatts, so we can essentially have twice the machinery that we currently do. And that's no bad thing. Let's see, Hub Upgrade 5 gives us another inventory slot. It gives us the ability to just build biomass burners, so we can fully extend and expand our power network in the manually fueled stuff, so that's not too bad. The space elevator, which is something very special that we're going to be needing to really... that opens up the rest of the tiers of milestones and stuff. And then we got the object scanner, which is something we can use for finding things like the foodstuffs like nuts and berries, along with the power slugs, I think. I think there's something else in there as well, but I can't remember what the bloody hell it is. And then beacons, which are like things we can just put down to mark off locations. So that's all funky and handy. Right, was the MAM available? No. Damn. Oh right, yes, no, it's the second... this stage, like, kind of fills out with, like, all the furniture and living space, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, we've got some sort of instant message and friends list going on. I pioneer list. Fix it prompt. I don't know what's going on with any of that. Some sort of stuff happening. We've got a Pilgor's 1337 unlicked objects. Picture of a goat. I finally have context for that now, because I hadn't realised that Coffee Stain Studios, the people that made this game, are the same company, the same studio that made Goat Simulator. God damn. The Goat Simulator was something I used to love watching videos of on YouTube, back when that was like still kind of, you know... I always hate to say when it was still relevant, but, you know, who plays Goat Simulator these days, right? But I used to love watching videos of that. It was one of the most hilarious games I'd ever witnessed. I thought it was a magnificent concept for a game. Right, I need some more plates. I need whatever you've been making, which is plates. And yeah, let's go and grab... Let's go and build a big proper miner. Let's properly automate some of this iron production. In fact, we'll put it over on this one. I do need a portable miner, however, so I need to grab you and pick you up. And there we go, big monstrous fucker that it is. Oh yeah. So now we can connect this up to power, so we'll chuck a power line down here. And we can plug a conveyor belt out the front of this, and we can send it off to our smelters. Which is exactly what I want to do. Plonk. Nice. And we're going to just put another couple of power lines along so that we can branch other things off if we need to extend our network at all. And you know what? I think I'm going to pick up the other miner as well. And set up another miner over on the that one over there. So obviously iron is really the most important resource that we're going to have in this game. You require so much of it. I've really not found myself wanting for copper all that much, but iron and limestone are much more what I've been chasing, just because limestone you use for making foundations, which you use to... You know, one thing that's really nice is when you start putting foundations down, like big concrete and steel platforms for everything to be built on, all of the machinery suddenly starts snapping to grids. I can't afford. What am I going to be missing for that? I'm not 100% sure. Possibly rods? Rods are what I'm lacking. You need to switch over to making rods anyway, so we'll do that. You can have that iron ore, and we'll actually connect you two up so that you can just get automated, start funneling all that stuff together. But I don't have any ingots, so I can't make any rods. That's bloody helpful, isn't it? Oh, and I haven't selected this hub upgrade as well. So we need 150 plates, 150 rods, 500 wire, which is no problem, and 30 concrete, which I already have. So that's probably easy enough, to be honest. Right, there we go. Can't afford. Why can I not afford this? Oh, it's the plates that I'm missing. Okay. Right, there we go. But these ratios at the moment are nowhere near anything close to what you'd call efficient. There's a great deal of... obviously, like, you know, with other factory games, you know, you've got to pay attention to the ratios of building work speeds and, you know, outputs and all that sort of stuff. I have worked out, you know, kind of the basics for getting things kick-started, and as we move up into, like, some of the Mark II machines, there's a lot of stuff to really dig into with this, and I do like it. It's been a really fun experience so far, and we're not really burning through power all that quickly, which is nice. I'm going to go and grab some more limestone, make some more concrete, because I want to start putting down some foundations, just so that I can get a rough idea of where I want things to start heading. Because what's nice about putting down the foundations, not only do they obviously make things look nice, you know, you get these nice big square grid patterns and everything, but when you build machines on them, the machines will snap to the tiles. Unlike, you know, if you were to take a smelter and you can just kind of like move it around everywhere, and you can rotate it to any angle along here. If you put it onto a grid, or onto a foundation, it's going to snap on a 90-degree thing, and it will, you know, kind of snap to little grid patterns on the actual foundation. Which means that you can start making things look nice. You can start tiling things out into little sections and get things looking good. Which, you know, when you're somebody who likes to build these sorts of factories with, you know, while making them look good, that's a very nice thing. Okay, I'm going to dump the copper and the concrete in just so that they're done. I'm going to go and grab some... I'm going to make some more concrete anyway. And then I'm going to go and grab some copper from our little portable miner. I'm half tempted to go and automate the copper just to get it done, but we really don't need a massive amount of it at the moment. We will, going into the future, but for now, not so much. Give me some leaves. Need biomass. That biomass. I also just realised that I'd turned all the music off because I was listening to my own music library while I've been playing the game. I was thinking, it's a bit quiet, isn't it? Why is there no, like, chill music sitting in the background? Oh yeah, I turned it off. Why am I... No, yes, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot I set 2 of you guys up. I don't need 2 of you up here. Only need the one at most. Oish. Yeah, the points that I've got to in the game so far, copper has not really been a massively needed resource. I have a feeling probably later on it will definitely get to that point. I'm sure that, you know, copper is going to become as much of a needed resource as iron later in the game, or, you know, towards the late game. But at the points that I've got to, not really all that much. Not, you know. Iron has definitely been the far more necessary thing. Because it goes into making everything. Copper only really gets needed for making cables and wires. That's the majority of what it goes into. Right now, iron plates do get produced kind of slow, so I am thinking of just setting up another smelter and constructor to... I need some reinforced plate. Just to help speed along the production of iron plates. Because I think they get produced at half the speed of the rods. Oh no, they get produced at the same speed, it's just that they require twice as much iron. 15 per minute, 15 per minute. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. But we will need more of the rods, I think. So, more of the plates. So, I'm just thinking, fuck it, let's set this up. I think I've got enough for making... Yeah, I've got all the materials for making another miner. Hup. Yep, get me up and over. Right, plonk you down there. Now we're going to need to play around with these little conveyor poles a little bit so that we can get the new iron line over these belts. So we're just going to do something like that. And I really like this. This is one thing about the game that I've really liked, is this is where you start playing with the verticality of getting belts to go over and around each other and stuff. Kind of in a similar way to, you know, using underground belts in Factorio. And I do apologise that I'm just going to constantly be kind of comparing the two, but it's you know, my frame of reference for this at the moment is kind of, you know, for Satisfactory it reminds me of Factorio, it reminds me of Subnautica as well, kind of in the presentation of it, I think. And I think I do think a lot of people have kind of been making the same comparisons, which is no bad thing on the game. It's nice to see. I don't think it's a bad thing to go comparing this to those games. I don't like to have to keep making the same comparisons every time, but you know, when it's like the best frame of reference you've got to kind of talk about it that way. I need another power connection. Oh dear. Right, let's take you off of this, and we'll connect you to there and you to that one. We do need to tidy up this power grid. That is definitely a thing that needs to happen. And okay, right, yep, get us up and over. Hey, yeah. I want to start figuring out where I want to put start building my foundations, because this little area of the map is going to get fairly cramped. Oh, I do have to make a note about something I said in the last episode of, like, when I was talking about map generation. I got that wrong. The map for, like, if you load into this Grassy Plains one, I think it is, this is the map you get. You always get the same map whenever you load this biome, and the same for the desert, and the same for the jungle one, I think it is. It's the only one that I haven't tried yet. But it's that the game will drop you in at different locations when you start off. So you've got the potential of starting in a different spot, but it's always going to be the same map. You're always going to find the resources in the same locations. There's always going to be the same landmarks, and you know, it's not like a randomly generated map each time. But that's okay. I don't mind that. In fact, I quite like the fact that I can just get familiar with this map type, and then if I want to reset things, which I have done a few times, I know where to go for certain things, and I know ways that I could try doing things a little bit differently. But I'm normally setting up my bases in this little spot. That big rock is always just a fucker. I really want to find a way to be able to get rid of like these big rock deposits, but I haven't found one yet. There is obviously there is a way to get rid of trees. We do get to unlock a chainsaw later on, which lets us get rid of trees, and some like rock deposits that are next to them will automatically kind of get torn up. I didn't set these to do the tasks I need them, did I? No, that was dumb. I didn't mean to take an iron ingot from you either. I'm sorry about that. You can have that, I guess. Right, there we go. That's got us the rods that we need for all of this. Yeah, there we go. So, 100, 150. Still working on the plates, but that's not a big deal. So we've now got 2 machines working on plates. Except for the fact that you're not powered. Of course. Alright. Let's change up this power supply a little, or this power network a little. Right, that should sort all of these machines out. Yeah, they're all running now. Good. Except for you, because you've run out of copper. But that's fine. And power is... Ooh, we got very close to blowing the fuse. That's not good. Right. I feel like I need more limestone for making more concrete. And you know what? I'm going to make myself another portable miner. I need some cable for that, don't I? Because the one thing about these little deposits... Oh, I had cable on me. Yeah, god damn it. The thing about these little deposits is that you can slap one, like for example, where I've got this little portable miner, I could slap one of those big miners on here. But with the little ones, I can slap multiple onto one deposit, which does mean that I can have more machines working on it, but at the same time, you know, it means that I have to keep coming over here to get the resources. I don't get to just let things be automated. So it's kind of a little bit of a give and take, pros and cons and all that sort of stuff. Because limestone especially is one that takes a little while longer than things like iron and copper to be mined. It's got a little bit more of a slow drilling speed, I suppose. But okay, what I'm thinking of doing is laying down some foundations, making a start on the actual kind of base layout for this factory. And where I'm going to make a start on that, I don't know. But we could maybe start working from around this big rock, even though it's a big thorn in my bloody side. I'll put you there. And we'll just start building this stuff around. It's nice that it all just kind of like snaps to the edges, so it makes it a lot easier for building. But yeah, here's an example of what we can do when we come down to building stuff. So you can see it's much more kind of grid oriented and actually snapping to certain locations on here. And we only get like the kind of 90-degree rotation on it. But I don't know, I kind of like it. It's nice to be able to kind of properly organize things and have things snap to certain locations. We can just kind of partner things together, different buildings and all that sort of stuff. It makes lining up belts, if you want to keep things in straight lines, it keeps doing all that a lot easier as well, because like the conveyor poles will just snap to certain locations and all that sort of stuff as well. So we've got that to work with now, and in fact I'm going to put that little 2-meter high foundation onto my hotbar so that I can just go like that and start plonking this stuff down. So I'm just going to take some time to fill out some land with some nice foundations. I'll get back to you when my supply runs out. Didn't really take long for the supply to run out, but we've got a little bit of a platform to work on. My plan is going to be getting tons more concrete and just slabbing this stuff all over the world. I want to completely encase the entire thing in this. Now, we'll have nice transitions between this and the, kind of natural terrain as well. Because we got ramps that we can put down, so we can get little transitions that go between natural land and our little industrial platforms. So I want to play around with those at some point. We need more iron plate. We need to send off this last hub upgrade. We need to get this last hub upgrade done, and we now have the resources to do that. So let's do it. Okay. Boop. There we go. So the hub is finished. We've got this interesting little platform here.
You have unlocked hub feature.
Hello.
Also known as RAM. Building biomass burner. Building space elevator. Equipment object scanner. Equipment beacon.
Yep.
Motivational
This,
message.
oop.
Congratulations, you succeeded in every provided task. On behalf of Fixit Incorporated, I thank you for your current and future service.
Well, thank you very much, Ada. Okay, so we
Additional
now...
knowledge. The hub terminal has been converted to give access to milestones there to ensure you progress along Fixit-approved protocols.
Well, that's good. Okay.
Additionally, the man provides the opportunity to send samples of xenobiology and other materials I deem relevant to R&D in exchange for appropriate rewards.
Can't argue with that.
Note: future developments should be aimed at constructing the space elevator and thus initiating project assembly. Good luck.
Thank you. Yes, we should definitely do that. Because the space elevator is just bloody ridiculous. Look at the size of this monstrosity. And with it being a space elevator, yes, it goes all the way to fucking space. But, yeah, it's massive. I mean, like, there's this little console at the front that we can input stuff into, because that becomes kind of an extension of this pod, which we use for sending stuff off for the hub milestone stuff. Which, now that we've finished Tier 0, we've unlocked Tiers 1 and 2, which gives us more access to various different things. First off, though, I want to go, I think, with utility, because we can get biofuel. Now, biofuel is made from biomass, and it means that it's the most efficient fuel form of biomass, so it will make our biomass go a little bit further. Lookout towers are good fun. There's walls and doors and all that sort of stuff for making various different things, like making actual structures, buildings. Logistics, so conveyor splitters and mergers. We're definitely going to want to get those. Personal storage and walls that conveyors can go through, and stairs and all that stuff. Parts assembly gives us the assembler, which is essentially the upgrade version of the constructor. It will take two components or two parts and it will turn them into one thing. I think we've got some more things that we can actually make. No, we don't. Not yet. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got some more copper to chuck into this. Let's do that. But yeah, I want to go grab some more limestone, get some more concrete, put down some more foundation, because I want to start setting up a little bit of a smelter array. So, in fact, first, what I'm going to get first is going to be the logistics milestone, because I want to get the splitters and mergers before I do anything else. So, let's do that. You have some wire. You have a little bit of plate. I'm going to make some concrete. Oh no, power went out. What was that because of? Was that because of too much stuff on the system, or was that because... Yeah, there's too much stuff on the system. Damn it. Okay, are you... Yeah, I'm going to stick the copper smelting onto standby. Hopefully that will sort it. Yeah, just about. Ugh. We do need to dump some more biomass into all these. Yeah, we're burning through that really quickly, actually. So it'd probably be wise to go on a biomass run and also to set up some more... What? How did we flip that now? What else started working? I don't know. How much has this got left to do? Oh, fuck it, you can turn off. Yeah, another thing that I want to achieve with the... obviously setting up all of this foundation stuff is being able to organize a decent power grid and getting a nice series of biomass burners all rigged up, set up onto one dedicated power network that we can then branch off and spread out to the rest of the factory. So I kind of want to set that up going down this way. So we're going to start taking some foundations down the back end of all this. We're going to put our an array of burners down here at the back, I think. Okay, I think I've got a nice bank of burners. It took a little while to get them all set up, and I haven't got the biomass to actually fuel them yet, but that's an extra 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's an extra 160 megawatts of power, so that will put our total capacity up to 180 megawatts once I get all of this fueled, which is going to involve quite a lot of fuel, I will say. If we were going for biofuel, it would end up being a lot more efficient, but we're not currently going for that milestone. That will be the next one once we get logistics out of the way. I'm just currently waiting on the iron rods so that we can get those finished. We can get them all sent up into space. I want to launch this pod before I wrap this episode up, so give me the remaining rods that I need. I need another 18. Ah, damn it, come on. I got the rods. Let's chuck them in. 100. 200. There we get a nice big button to push. Go! Launch that pod.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge and split to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory.
Excellent.
The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings to aid with optimization.
That's always handy. So the productivity thing is... Where do I find the productivity stuff? Never remember where the productivity tab is. This bit down at the bottom, this is where we go for the overclock stuff. Is the productivity tab on this? Or is it this bit at the bottom? I think. Efficiency, consumption rate, power consumption. I'm not sure. I can't remember if that was something that I could already see. I never remember to check to see what stuff actually changes. But okay, I think on that note, we're going to wrap this episode up here. We've now got access to conveyor splitters. So we've got one input, we can split the belts into 3, so 1 in, 3 out. And then we've got the conveyor mergers, which do the opposite. They've got 3 in, 1 out. So they are going to give us some options to be able to play around with the belts and really start improving these ratios, because just to start with, one of these miners at its current production rate, or on just base production rates, the miners that are bringing iron ore out of the ground can support 2 smelters. And while the iron plate production has a 1-to-1 ratio between the smelter and constructor, one smelter making iron ingots can support 2 constructors that are making iron rods. So we're going to want to start playing around with some of these ratios to start improving the efficiency of everything. So in the next episode, I'm thinking of putting all of these miners onto standby just to let the belts run down, and we'll fill out a great deal more of this space with foundations. We'll start setting up a proper iron smelting array, and I think there's going to be good fun. We can start messing around with the belts to get everything all nice and tidy, all put together. We'll start looking into researching some stuff, you know, with the analysis machine as well, and obviously getting more milestones completed. I want to try and complete as many of the milestones as possible before pushing too heavily on towards the space elevator stuff. But, you know, we'll just kind of work it as we go. But, yay, our pod is coming back. I really like the fact that, you know, we get to load this thing up and launch it off into space. It's just another nice little aesthetic thing that kind of, you know, really...
Exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, it just really adds to the style of this game. I really like it. That pod looks like so much fun. It'd be awesome to try and jump on top of it and maybe take it for a ride. Apparently you can. It's a one-way trip. I mean, I suppose technically it's probably a two-way trip, but you probably wouldn't survive the return journey. So who knows? Maybe we can mess about with that and just see if we can kill ourselves. But yeah, I don't think we've got anything else currently available. Oh yeah, it's the object scanner and the beacon. So we will want to make those at some point, because we're going to need those for various different things. But otherwise, I think this has been a damn good episode. I'm really pleased with the progress that has been made. The factory's not looking like much at the moment, but is going to get there. We've already started laying down the foundations for it, quite literally. And we've got a hefty-looking little biomass burner network sitting over there, just waiting to be fueled. And I've started setting up a basic power grid. I haven't found my most efficient way of sorting out power lines just yet, but I'm slowly getting there. I'm slowly figuring things out. But for now, I'm going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Oh yes, never Bomber, go! Oh, this isn't even Bomber's final form.